How do? Back on the River Severn this morning in search of pike. Last night was the first proper chill, if you like. I think for the most it was 5 and 6 degrees. I know there's been a few cold nights, but not that cold, I don't think yet. So really excited that you might have got the fish or the pike into a bit of a feeding frenzy. Also helped hopefully to drop some of that sediment out as well. On the way here, very misty. I would pan the camera around, but there's someone's obviously private car there, so I don't want to show you their registration, whatever. But really misty, so it's just a piker's morning, if you like. But driving through the villages this morning to get to here, which is Erdington Brook section on BAA water. Very misty, but the temperature's up and down like a roller coaster. Nothing more than 10 degrees, but the lowest of, I think it's 6 degrees in one of the villages. So nearly every village I've come through to get here, I've come past like Shatterford, Hampton Load, into Bridge North, over the old bridge and out that way. Nearly every like little village or outlet I've come to, there's been a different temperature. I'm still in shorts and a t-shirt. It is due to get to 20 degrees later. So I have literally got shorts, t-shirt and a bit of sun cream on. Yeah, because I know I'm going to get sunburnt otherwise. Probably get stung to buggery because the nettles won't have died down yet. But I don't mind, just to point out, I don't mind fishing for pike if it's going to become hot, because it's not going to warm the water up in minutes. And considering how cold it got last night, and it was a cold night before, the water temperature should be cooler. So I have no issues fishing up into 20 degrees for pike. As in that's air temperature. Water temperature is not going to be affected by that time. So, but other than that, guys, I will crack on and see if we can winkle a fish out. Catch you in a bit. We're downstream first. Is that a fish? Snag? What's that? Fish? It's a fish. I thought I looked a log. Well, it's got to be a pike. He's come off. You shitbag! Oh. Well, that didn't take off like a jack pike, and I thought it was a log. Or a snag anyway. What the hell? Well, that fish definitely ain't coming back because he was hooked, so that's knackered that one. As he just swum straight through most of the swim, he's probably going to have disturbed everything else as well. What a pisser. Oh, is this the same fish? It's got to be the same fish. He's off again. Lovely bit of slack water there. No idea how deep it is, that's the problem. And I can't see what's going on because clarity is like I don't know, half a foot from the surface. There we go. Straight at, oh, what is going on? Oh man. I don't know what to say. I've just tested the hook. I've drawn blood on my finger. It's not a blunt hook. It's just angler's error. I'm either not striking hard enough or quick enough, or I don't know. I'm going to give that pike a miss for a couple of minutes. He's sat right under my feet. So he's down there somewhere. So I'll cast away from there a couple of times, let him reposition, and hopefully, I'm hoping all he grabbed was the material, not the hook. So he wouldn't have felt anything, so he'll come back and try again. Oh, flipping heck. 3-0 to the pike. Wasn't a big fish, still like probably 5-6 pound. That's swimming cockeyed. There we go. Another fish. Stay on, stay on. Got the pressure on this time. I think that's the same fish. It's not a big one. Probably 4 or 5 pound. Really wants to shake that hook. Go on, in the net. Hey, finally. So I'm not a blanker, thank God. Really feisty jack. I'm pretty sure this is the fish that first went for my lure. Rather than going back under the bank, I think it did just drop down to the side, or the bottom should I say, and wait for my lure to come bast again, thinking that the bait would just circle around. Mint condition, but yeah, let's get it back. Right, this fish has been diving down for a while now, so let's get the little bugger back. Go on, chap. Go and sulk. Right, everyone, that is the end of this session. I've had enough. I'm knackered. I am now sweating. I'm going home. It has been an absolute graft. To start off with, yes, I've caught one fish and I've missed a couple of fish. Other than that, I've seen no sign of any fish whatsoever. The river, although it is down, it is still really coloured. I just don't understand it. It's not as heavy as it was last week, but it is still coloured. Down at Erdington Brook section, because a lot of it is in shade, it's just really muddy and slippy, and typically I had the completely wrong attire of footwear, because my wellies that leaked from day one and the manufacturers never wanted to know about it, so I haven't got those anymore. My walking boots, as you know, the week before last, sorry, going into the River Avon, big mistake, knee deep, they're still caked in mud. So I've literally worn my Adidas trainers down the river, and I have never slipped about so much in my life. I've then come across a tree stump that now houses a hornet's nest. That was interesting. I've never actually stood that close to that many hornets. I don't mind saying, I think the phone was shaking a little bit because I'm trying to keep an eye on a few behind me, and there's one that kept buzzing right by my head, and then what they were doing as a nest. If one indicates problem, they're all going to come bombing out, so I really didn't want that. I then come to a bit of free water after that, and still absolutely nothing. And then I've watched my new mate, Pete the pigeon, funny babby. He's got smacked in the face by a car. From nowhere, there's a black and white cat appeared, and a ginger cat. So, me being me, I can't leave him there for survival of the fittest and all that malarkey. It is he's either spaced out, a bit thirsty, or the fact he's got a bit of concussion, hitting a car. So, I'm not sure I'm doing with it yet. It hasn't got broken wings, that's no problem. It can fly. I don't know. A lot of people see him as vermin, and they are vermin, but I'm not too keen on leaving him behind to get chomped on. So it might be coming with me for my daughter to nurse it back to health. My missus is going to kill me, and then we'll release it in the park over by us. We'll see. But that is that, guys. I am calling it quits. I'm sweating like a PRG and I need a drink, so in a bit. And hopefully we'll get some fish on the bank next time. Ta-da.